Wow. Okay. So recently you have Monique Parker, when I guess a comedian, and she was pretty cool back in the day. You had Sydney Hicks was her husband, a company on her side. They leaked a phone conversation with Tyler Perry, and it was a 15-minute conversation. I listened to it this morning, and it was a little like disturbing in a way. I mean, I guess they was mainly chastising, Tyler Perry, and the whole thing was, her, Monique Parker. She felt like she was blackballed from Hollywood producers, especially from people like Oprah Winfrey, Lee Daniels, that she had a good relationship with back in 2009 when she filmed Precious, and with Tyler Perry. Now, the whole Tyler Perry situation felt like that he had something to do with the Oprah train and everything. He's not giving her any type of, how can I say, opportunity in a way. And I feel like it goes already back into the Netflix situation. Okay, so when Netflix, she causing out a boycott, it was outraged that African American black, I'm sorry, African American actresses are getting underpaid. What I'm saying, in the media, and it's not being discuss. I mean, you gonna sit up here and pay, Chris Rock over 10 million, or 8 figures and 100 million to Dave Chappelle. But the thing is too, like, they had networks, they had a huge audience. Their audience were international. That's the thing that Monique Parker doesn't understand. And I'm not going against Monique, and I kind of understand where she's coming from. But Monique, she's domestic. She's like, I guess, arguably good known locally in the black community, not so far in the white community. And the Netflix, they're going by just simply like numbers, man. Like, how can you pull numbers? And I guess they felt like in that appropriate time, we're gonna accommodate you with $500,000. Okay, that's what you're worth right now. Despite, I understand she had the Monique Parker show into 1999 to 2004. I used to watch it. It was pretty funny. Professor and all of that. She had Almost Christmas. That was really good in 2016. And Precious, a 2009 film directed by Lee Daniels. I believe that she should have got an award for that, man. Best supporting actress award. I don't know if she received anything or Oscar, but man, she did. She acted her butt off in that, man. It was really good. A lot of emotion. And she sat down with Lee Daniels during the set. They ate together, had crab legs, and she felt like, okay, we'll be moving to the right direction. But when she started, going over and converting to making the butler, she could have been in that. But we're gonna continue to move forward, and then he ended up creating Empire, okay, and Lee Daniels then wanted to put Monique Parker into Empire. And I want to say this too, Monique, she's making her money, she's still doing stand up, and she called them out on the Apollo in New York, saying Oprah Winfrey and Tyler Perry, and they're the ones who's damaging my success. And I respect Monique because she works really hard. She did do a lot in comedy as far as female artists. You got people like Tiffany Haddish just making a name for herself, getting into all these actors in these big roles in these movies. Me personally, I feel like, the dialogue and the chemistry that she had in Precious should be the downplay, should have her have the stronghold and continue to be in more films. And we don't know what's really going on. I'm pretty sure this is all like in general tense and general firms. When I was listening to the phone conversation, Tyler Perry called them. He was like, listen, I just want to make this up. I want to be a genuine, I'm a humble individual. I don't want you to go out here and slander my name. What can I do to help? And then she was like, what you can do. And then, Sydney Hicks was co-signing her, and you say, you just going to let me starve. You're going to ride this. You see this is an epidemic against black women going on, and especially with me, that I put my soul into the game. And I'm not being respected. People like Chris Rock is not making all these moves like I'm doing, but they out here. But then again, they can sell out a show. White people love Chris Rock. I think I love my wife. He had that one show, Everybody Hates Chris. He co-produced that. Just many other shows. New Jack City. Okay, Dave Chappelle had the Chappelle Show. Had a lot of controversial topics. He was loved amongst white people internationally. People loved him, and people was making movies and different scenes about him. And he was just making it. And I guess they feel like Monique Parker's not giving that same respect. And I think the best solution is for her to humble herself, maybe to market herself a little bit more. I feel like she wasn't marketing herself, and I know she's like a little older. She's not into like the technology in a way, so she's using the poison approach, where politicians for the most part just go out here when they campaigning, they slander their opponents saying, oh well, this person over here, do you want this political candidate to represent you? He's against abortion, he's against pro-life, he hates gays, he's not a man of God, he's not a man of worthiness, he used to be a pimp, just digging up the past. And I feel like this is not a good solution for Miss Monique Parker to go out here and leak phone conversations like that. I feel like that's something private, even if it's good. And when I have a good conversation with my parents or people in general that I network, I don't link it out. I don't even barely tell anybody else. It's between me and that person and God. And I feel like, you doing this to slander Tyler Perry's name. I don't know if Tyler Perry maybe has something to do with this. At the same time, man, he's out here, got to pay his bills. He got to make his money. And I just don't want Me Too to get on top of this in a way. Because I'm sick of, like, successful black men is just getting, like, bamboozled because of a woman's emotions. And at the end of the day, I learned this in life. No one can determine your success. Only you. Yes, you're gonna have setbacks. You might have, lose some networks, but at the same time, you gotta take the initiative. There's always a solution. You have to look yourself in the mirror. People label her as difficult to work with. We gotta take all of that in consideration. All that in consideration, man, because Monique, I'm sick of you just going out here. You want to boycott Netflix. With the Netflix that the organization has to do with all this, man, they giving you $500,000. What about you take that money, invest into yourself? You start, you had your own show. I think she had the Monique Show since 2009 to 2011. She was making some money there, and I don't know how that flip-flopped. And I think way back, as I did some research, when she was molested by her brother, I think she was 13 years old, and she didn't have a good relationship with her mother, and they had a phone conversation, I guess, on the Oprah Winfrey Show back in the day. And Oprah Winfrey was sort of like a mentor to her in a way, and she ended up putting her mom on the phone without her consent. And ever since then, she didn't really, have any type of respect towards Oprah. So that's how their relationship is damaging. But, Oprah's still making moves. She was in a wrinkle of a time. And maybe, Monique, you probably need to create your own film studio. You know what I'm saying? Just work on your own type of film. You might have to do that instead of just going after these Hollywood stars that don't care for you. They just moving on. You got Shia LaBeouf at the same time, right? He's exposing truth. He's not working with Michael Bay in the Transformers anymore. Megan Fox, she's not, but she was, I don't know what Megan Fox is doing, but she was doing in some other movies and working and networking with other directors. Brandon T. Jackson, and his father is a pastor, big time pastor in Detroit, right? Wayne T. Jackson, he was very successful. And then I remember Brandon T. Jackson was in Tropic Thunder, Roll Bounce, all kinds of stuff, man. He was getting up there when I was growing up. And I guess since he of course he's getting to Christ and all that stuff, he was exposing the truth and the wickedness that's going on in the movie industry. His career hasn't been like that, so I don't know what he's doing financially. But my thing is, Monique, I don't know what type of bills you have to pay, but at the end of the day, man, what happened to all the money that you accumulated, all the years? This is why it's good to have great investments and know where your money is. That's the same thing that Bill Cosby told Oprah when she was coming up. Know where your money is going. Yeah, you're making large amounts of money. It's kind of hard to, you're thinking that all this is going to just be coming all the time, especially if you're not an owner of it, man. Like Hollywood they can do anything they want to do, man, if you're going against their agenda. So that's why it's important to be independent in a way. And I want Monique to be in another film. I really do. I truly do. I want Monique to be in another film. I do, because when I watched Precious, I was like, she is acting her ass off in this, man. Yeah, it was sad the way she was talking to her daughter in the movie, and she threw a baby down, but she did a great job. It was unique. It was good. It was her. I'm like, man, she really wants this Oscar, and I feel like this is good. She need another film. We need more drama films like this, and maybe she could link up with Tyler Perry, and Tyler Perry can help her out and give her a new outlook, into the movie industry. And Sandy Hooks, I feel like it was very unprofessional in the way that, you chastising him and, you talking bad about Tyler Perry and not getting any type of solutions. It's a different way to do it. And you didn't have to link that phone conversation. You could have kept that to yourself. Stupid bugs, man. You could have kept that to yourself. I feel like, you want to make a statement and you want people to understand what you're going through. That's completely understandable, but it's different to strategic ways that you can do. And this one right here is unacceptable in a way. You know, and I'm not just saying this because I'm a huge Tyler Perry fan. I mean, I enjoy some of his movies. You know, I believe he's a good brother. You know, who made something out of nothing. You know, who utilized his mind and his craft, man, and perfected it. Writing. You know, he networked with pastors, and that's how he got his plays started. And then, you know, the plays, you know, started becoming very popular. He started getting shows, and he started getting to movies, man. You know, he didn't really go to school for this. He started learning each and every single day. And, you know, all of this can be broken down to someone that's low, has low energy within themselves. And I feel like Mo'Nique is in a bad place right now. You might need to just kind of just calm down and maybe just go somewhere elsewhere. Or, I know it's her love for comedy, but you might need to create your own studio. That's probably the best solution. Yeah, it's going to be hard. It's going to be difficult. You got to get the money. You got to get the networks. It can be hard. But at the same time, I feel like you can't just go on here and attack companies and corporations, because they definitely gonna allow you to, like, see, look at that, I was thinking about, you know, just hitting her up for this role or for this movie script, but she up here leaking phone conversations. I don't know if I want to go in here and do something personal. I mean, a personal business with her. I mean, Sandy, you got her what was it, Sammy Hicks? Yeah, got her husband Sammy Hicks co-signing her. You know, I don't want him talking bad about me and about my legacy, so I'm just gonna leave it be. And that's what's going to be a lot of people's attitudes towards this situation. So Mo'Nique, man, you know, this I guess a little advice. I really don't care for, like, maybe problems like that, but for the most part, man, this one here, it needs to be addressed. It really do, because this is you. You represent your last name. You represent everything that you do, everything that you say can use against you, especially in these high corporations in Hollywood. You know, I don't want to keep hearing, you know, reading about articles and you just, you know, downplaying or talking bad about these celebrities. And there's a lot of things that we don't know. It can be. I understand. I can truly understand. There's a lot of things that we don't know, but it's practical ways that you can handle situations with your anger. I feel like just humble yourselves. Like the Lord says, humble yourselves, you shall be exalted. You exalt yourself, you shall be humble. We don't know what type of decisions and stuff that she made on set during Precious or as she was coming up. You know, I mean, because, you know, it was before it was a Netflix, you know, she had her own show, she was hustling. I feel like all of this is a huge distraction to her from really completing her goal. Now, you out here selling out shows, you on tour, you going to these comedy clubs. I mean, you're doing it big, but you're not reaching a broader audience. That's the main issue. They want to make a big investment in their returns. They know that people's going to tune into Dave Chappelle. They know people's going to tune in to Chris Rock, Amy Shooter. Even though those individuals like Amy Shooter is probably not as talented as you are, or might not have the accolades as you, but at the same time, you know, they going by what's current. What's going to bring me the most money? Because they got to pay their bills at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not going to draw this video too long, but this whole Mo'Nique situation, man, I feel like it needs... She's going off to emotions, man. I mean, she really burning bridges. That's all I'm going to say on that sorts. You know, burning bridges and just not careful with her words. You know, the way she talked to people, the way she handled things in a professional manner. If you want people to take you serious, there's different ways you can handle things, man. You know, I mean, you know, I probably had lunch with Tyler Perry, talk to him. I mean, I know you're not that broke, you can't be, you know, just talk to him, but you saying, you know, you're the reason why I'm starving, calling him the N-word, saying you was in your car at one time, somebody gave you a helping hand, everybody should stop what they're doing, everybody's successful and stuff like that coming up, stop what they're doing, or everything I did in the past, you should come here and help me out. How many times we have been helping black women, right, and get little in return sometimes, right? Just being real. We help you out, right? I mean, we can't determine the way you make your money or the way you, how can I say, handle your money. You know, if you're living above your means, that's your fault. We may give you the opportunity. So I don't know if it's a lack of opportunity or it's just maybe she's just her personality. She has the talent, but man, like people don't care what you know until you show them that you care. Seriously. So you can have all the knowledge and wisdom in the world, but if you are like a tyrant, you're a dictator, and you saying you're demanding and you don't care, I mean, people are just going to brush you off. That's just not how life goes, man. But that's all I want to say. I know I've been rambling on this, man, but I had to just really make this video on here, man. Like, I don't think Tyler Perry, Oprah Winfrey, Lee Daniels, I mean, they not the whole source of her success in a way. I mean, yeah, Lee Daniels was very talented. He did really a good job with the, the Precious film. Gave her a spotlight, and maybe that's what she's in tune to. But man, she needs to calm down with that. And I feel like it was very unprofessional with the phone conversation, leaking things, exposing things, and just slandering the celebrities' names, man. Messing up their cash flow. Like, it's just, that's not a good look. That's not a good way to handle things. But this your boy Young Link Jr. here. That's like a form of witchcraft and deviation in a way, man. You're just using your exercising your gifts for a supernatural power or supernatural means, to manipulate an individual to get what you want. That's a selfish mentality. We have to, break out of that. It's your boy Young Link Jr. here. You guys continue to like, comment, subscribe. I'm out. Deuces.